Oh my goodness, are you curious what just happened there? Stay tuned, watch this whole video to find out what was going on in the swimming pool. And we're glad that you're back with us. So this is weeks 2 through 4 of Chief's training, and we're excited to show you the progress that he's made. I apologize that I wasn't able to get more clips of all the things that I did with him. These are really just the highlights of things that he learned. So let's hop to the video and we'll show you what he's been working on. Training, I focused a lot more on lateral movement, such as teaching him to pass on the wall. I really like to use a fence or a wall to start teaching this because then it leaves less options for them as I teach them to move sideways. I also spent a lot of time working on our pivots, both on the ground and in the saddle. The week 2 was really a building block from week 1, just kind of reinforcing what we had already worked on and continuing the progress with that. 7th ride, I was able to take him to a show. So this was great because we got to practice a little bit of trailer loading, and he did fantastic with that. So we went to the show. It was really great. He got to experience a lot of horses zooming by him. He was super distracted. He wanted to talk to all the other horses. It was a little bit of a mess in the warm-up ring where he decided to try to run a couple people over. At this point, we still were riding in a hackamore, but I decided to go ahead and ride him in a walk-trot class. He did super well. You can tell he looks pretty relaxed by this point. I had been riding him around for a bit before that, and he did just fantastic. There's a couple moments you'll see where he looks a bit distracted and is kind of looking around and a little bit cautious. But overall, I was super impressed with how well he did and how focused he was. And again, this was only his 7th ride ever. Here you'll notice that I decided to circle him around. He was just wanting to tail some of the other horses a little bit too close. So for me, this was more of a training experience rather than trying to seriously compete with these other horses. And I just wanted it to be a positive experience and use it as something that he could learn from. And even if it was a little bit choppy, you can see here he kind of shies away from the judges' stand. But he goes right back to being pretty focused. So very happy with how well he did on this day. I also have to say a big thanks to my husband for filming all of my classes that day. It was pretty hot and he got pretty sunburnt, but he was a trooper, so thanks to him we got a lot of footage. So here I was super impressed with him for backing up. I was a little bit uncertain whether he would do it because I had just taught him to back up the last ride previous to that, so we hadn't had a lot of practice. He did fight it a little bit, but overall he responded, and even in a new place he did well. All right, we are out on a trail ride. This is Chief's first ride out of the arena. Well, he's been out of the arena, but not into the park. Macy is on Pride, and Adri is on Laser, leading this fearless group of ladies on our male horses. That's the best way to have it. All righty,
Ride it, cowgirl. Good boy. Woohoo, good boy. Walk, good boy. Yeah, I did.
I wanted to add a little spice.
Yeah, we need some spice to my video here.
I also spent a lot of time desensitizing him to just different things. We did a lot with the tarp, which he never really seemed to bat an eye about. But we walked over it, we wore it, we did a lot of different things with the tarp, and as well as pulling different items like poles and again the tarp. So he got a lot of exposure to just different items such as that.
Alright, we are here with Chief and Arabella. This is Lily, Chief's new owner.
Hi.
So we are here ready for today's show. There's Miss Arabella. Arabella, smile for your fans. She's grumpy. She didn't get to go outside last night. She had to stay clean. Oh, poor girl. But you could see the action starting to rally up. Ooh yeah.
So this show was actually kind of an accident because I was going to show Pride, but he decided to throw his back out kind of last minute, so I decided to take Chief. So he got to be Pride for all of these classes. This was the bareback equitation class, and I was so impressed with how well he did. You can tell here that he's starting to understand the concept of collecting and bringing up his back. It's not 100% consistent, but he did really well. Actually, in that class, he ended up getting first out of 6 horses.
Thanks for joining our journey so far. Chief has been doing just fantastic. He's really one of a kind 3-year-old. He still has his little baby moments, but for the most part, he is quite outstanding. So I'm glad you're here with us. And yes, Chief has his new official home. He will be here with me for the foreseeable future, but he has a new owner who's working with him now, so hopefully all goes well with that and they improve quickly together. So we'll say bye and we'll see you again soon.